What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Virzi Effect Podcast Show. My name is Paul Virzi. You guys listening to episode 549. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is doing well in between shows. You guys had a good week. Happy to be back in the flow of things. Some cool stuff to talk about, some fun stuff. Football is coming, fantasy football, which I do with my son, but I got into a new league with just dudes, and we did a draft where we were all together, and it was pretty fucking cool. So some cool, fun stuff to talk about, and let's get into this episode. Want to thank everybody for their kind words on the previous podcast. Yeah. Any of you haters, we love seeing you guys too. We love seeing you guys take the time. So appreciate that. And let's get into it. But first, want to thank everybody listening to the Virzi Effect podcast. Tell your friends, check them out. Tell them to check it out. Tell them to tell people. And you could listen and see the Virzi Effect podcast everywhere we get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, and all that good stuff. I'm not going to lie, man. I'm feeling it's really bright. I'm feeling a little shitty today because we did this draft last night. And when you have a group of guys, 6 or 7 guys come over the house, right? It's never going to be a healthy eating night. You're not going to have 6 or 7 guys be like, "Hey, dude, let's get some fucking tuna tartare to start, and then we'll do some kale salads." That's not going to happen. You know, what's going to happen is you're going to get a couple of fat fucks. Not that anybody was really fat, but you act like the fat fuck you want to be when you're with your friends, right? You're like, "Yeah, let's just get some pies. Oh, there's a new pizza place that opened. Let's get a few pies from there. We'll get wings." So already I'm like, oh shit. And I'm not really drinking. So, why I look a little leaner. I hope I look good, a little leaner, but I haven't really been drinking so much since I got back from vacation, trying to eat, getting back in the swing of working and just in the swing of things now. You don't want to be a piece of shit to get out of the summer. You want to kind of keep it going. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I could put a sweatshirt on. Let me eat muffins and fucking cupcakes and bagels every day now." I'm not doing that. I'm trying to here's my goal. You want to know my goal? My goal is I'm trying to keep the body in good shape throughout the cold weather. And then once spring and summer comes around next year, I'm just locked in, like itching to take the shirt off. That's the goal, right? Did not happen yesterday. There was a pepperoni pie that came to the house. There was a sausage pie that came to the house. And then there was a regular pie and all these wings and shit. And it was just, I'll have 2 slices. I'm having 2 slices. And I'll have maybe a Diet Coke. And that's it. I'm not going hard. That's it. Ended up having a slice of sausage, a slice of pepperoni, then having, what's the other one? What was the other one that I had? I had some wings. Then I drank a little bit of wine. And then after the wine, I went up and I got more wings and 2 other slices. So I basically had 4 slices of pizza, probably more than half a dozen wings, a Diet Coke, some wine, and a bottle of water that I lied to myself, put next to me and said I was going to drink. And I saw it in the middle of the night. I did not drink that water. So, and when you're eating good and then you eat like shit, you wake up and your stomach is just going, "What the fuck happened? What is going on with you, man? We were doing good and you fucking folded on us, man. You just tapped out of eating healthy." So I'm a little sluggish today. But I'm not going to lie, a great time. And I would suggest to everybody, if you do fantasy football, and let me just say this, spare yourself the dumb comments of, Oh my God, you're doing like fairy fantasy make believe football, Paul. Really? Does it make you feel good? Shut up. That means that you're not in a fucking league. That means nobody wants to fucking do anything with you. That means you're not included and you're not involved. And then don't give me the whole, oh, I'm too busy. I'm busy. Okay. And chances are, you know, I'm busier than a lot of people listening to this podcast only because of travel. I'm not saying that being an arrogant dick. I'm saying only because my job requires so much traveling, so many fucking airports and airplanes and cars and fucking trains and all the shit that we do and driving that you wouldn't think you could always be there to do it. So don't give that fucking excuse, okay, about fantasy football. Everybody shits on fantasy football, or a lot of people do. Fantasy football is fun. If not for anything else, you get together with some buddies, you eat some pizza, you eat some wings, you talk shit about you having more knowledge than the other people about football. You pick the players you think are better than the players that they think are better, and then you construct a team and you have a good time. Oh, and guess what? There's gambling involved, because then everybody says a certain amount of money, you're playing for money, and now you can make yourself $1,000, thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, talking a little shit, eating bad food, hanging out with your buddies, smoking a cigar, enjoying yourself. So all of this bullshit that these dudes do, that I saw, like I said last night on Twitter, I said, I'm not going to lie, I did fantasy football, and I'm not going to lie, I fucking nailed it. I got a good team. Okay, I'm in 2 leagues. One of the leagues I had a first pick. Another league I had a 5th pick. I think both teams are equally good. I think I did a good job. And then all of a sudden, people are just like, really, the ferret? It's like, you know what's funny to me about people like that? Like people that'll be like, yeah, you're going to do fantasy. It's fake. Like, do they think I think I'm a real GM? Do they think people think that they're real GMs of an NFL team and that this is some real thing? You know, I love when people, say what we were talking about. I talked a little bit about this last week with Ron Funches. I mentioned it on the podcast, where if you're positive, people are like, what are you, naive? You don't see how shitty the world is? And it's like, of course I see how fucking ugly and shitty the world could be, but I choose to not do that. I was actually listening to Andrew Tate say something. A lot of people don't like Andrew Tate. You know, he got banned from this and he got banned from that. But he said, he's like, I enjoy every day, and I look at the sun. He's like, I enjoy the sun shining through my windshield when I'm in traffic, because one day there's going to be bad news. That's why a guy like that is successful. I'm not saying he's right with what he says. I'm not saying the guy's not an asshole, probably. I'm not saying anything about that. But like I always say, successful people all say the same shit, and unsuccessful people all say the same shit. Everybody I know that is a yeah, but nah, I don't think so. Well, what about this? They're all doing the same thing. They're living that fucking steady life like we were talking about. So, I just find it funny when you say you do something like fantasy football or you do this. There just has to be somebody who's like, I don't do that shit. Now, listen, some people think it's stupid, but it's not like fantasy baseball or basketball where you kind of got to be in front of a computer and change things every day, all the time. Now, with a phone in your hand all the time, you can probably do it quicker and when you travel. But football is nice. You get your team in by Saturday, Friday, you put it in. As long as there's no injuries, you don't think about it, and you play somebody, and it makes all the games matter, because let's say the Chargers are playing the Colts on Sunday night. It's a game that I normally wouldn't care about. I'm a fucking Giants fan right there. So you don't care about it, but guess what? Your starting running back is Jonathan Taylor on the Colts. Guess what? I'm watching that game, because if he gets 31 points, I fucking win my week. So that's the cool thing about fantasy football. And I would say this to anybody that's like down for it and has not done it, try it once. It's kind of fun. Or start a league. Like if you're in your neighborhood or community, start a league where it's you and your son, and do a father-son league versus other fathers and sons. Ask, a few guys in the community on your son's or daughter's baseball, basketball, football team, whatever, and just go, hey, I'm putting this together. It'll be, a certain amount of money or bragging rights, or there'll be a trophy, and you just have fun with it. So there you go. I actually enjoy fantasy football now because it makes all the games, a lot of fun, and it's something to do. And like I said, it's shit talking. But it is funny. This is the one funny thing that I noticed about fantasy football. When you're sitting around with dudes and they come to the house and you're smoking cigars, you're having a good time. There really are dudes who are like, no, I'm telling you right now, this dude, and I was one of them. I'm going, no, you don't understand. Like, I literally said, you don't understand. This guy's going to have a bounce back season. You understand the fucking lunacy in that? You understand that I have what does that even mean? You don't understand. This guy's going to have a bounce back. How the fuck do I know what this guy's going to do? This guy could completely shit the bed, but because I'm making a guess, listen, there's some estimated guesses, right? There's some really good guesses with certain players in football, but then everything else is a crapshoot. It's a completely, it's a fucking dangerous game. And, it's just one of those things where a guy gets hurt and your whole fucking team is decimated. And, so there you go. But yeah, I had a good time doing that. And, I hope I win. One league is for nice money. It's funny how like the shit talking gets real serious when you're like, when there's thousands of dollars on the line. Like one league is like, I think you win $1,000. So it's not like crazy. But I'm looking forward to it. I got, and here's the other thing too. And this is, I know some of you people are like, all right, Paul, enough of the fantasy football talk. But when you have the first pick, it's good, but it's not always great because then you got to wait 20 picks for the next one because whoever went last gets to go first and then in the reverse order. So you get the first pick and then you got to wait like 20 picks. You got to wait for the round to go twice and then you go and then you get 2 in a row. So you almost get a little punished for it, but if you're smart, you could do a good do a good job, which I think that I did. But unacceptable for the week, guys, will be your boy Paul Virzi, the man sitting before you right now, saying he's going to eat good, and then 3 pizzas come into the house and wings come into the house and bottles of wine, and I totally didn't fight it. I mean, I didn't fight it to the point where at first I was like I said, I got a Diet Coke and a water. I'm going to have 2 slices, be done for the night. That's not bad eating. And then I just kept going up, eating a fuck. By the way, how do you lay off a good drumstick wing? I don't understand how you could lay it off. You just see a drumstick sitting there. It's still warm. Looks like it's meaty. To lay off a drumstick sitting right there, a vat of blue cheese next to it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I like blue cheese. I like the shit that's bad for you. I like lamb now. I'm liking a lot of, I'm starting to look, man, when you get older, you hit the 40s, you start to really appreciate food a lot more. I'll tell you, I saw the video of the vegan lady screaming at the guy. Did you see that? There's a video out. And hold on a second. By the way, guys, I am going to be getting another camera. I'm be getting another camera for this podcast. I'll make it a little lighter. And it's going to be crisp, like a whole other level. And then next week, I was actually supposed to go in the New York City studio for the Virzi Effect this week. And the guest couldn't do Wednesday, only could do Tuesday. And it got screwed up, but I'm going to be doing some guests in there. And I'm also going to, like I said, spruce this thing up a little bit. But there's a video, if you guys didn't see, it's on social media. And this guy is like licking a kebab and he's eating meat. And this vegan woman is just in his face. And she's calling him like a little dick pussy and this and that. Fuck you. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? And he's just like eating it and he's smiling and he's licking it. Now, I'm clearly on the side of the dude in this video. Not because he's definitely acting like an asshole and he starts licking it and he starts doing things to really egg her on. But I think the reason why he's doing it, and if you watch it, it's because, and look, if he showed up, let me take this back for a second. If he showed up with a kebab and meat on it just to fuck with their rally or their like protest, then of course he's asking for it. And that's kind of dickish of him because you're never going to win that. That's like a Republican going to a Democrat's house or vice versa and saying, hey, I'm going to fucking just start spewing my things. Like, who's winning in that? So I don't know the backstory. So let me apologize there. If the backstory is that he fucking saw a demonstration and he went there and started doing that, then he, whatever. But here's what I don't like what the woman did. Why is it little dick pussy makes you feel good? Like, why is it that somebody that likes meat is that? That's the only thing. There's extreme even in food. There's extreme even in food. How crazy is that? It's not like, oh, no, the dude just wanted to have a good burger. He's going to eat a burger and enjoy a hamburger or a cheeseburger. And, nobody goes to sit down and thinks about the cow. I'm not going to sit there. I'll be honest. And I know some people don't like this shit. And I know some people that aren't vegans or vegetarians that don't eat veal. I mean, I had a pasta dish at the stand the other night that was a pasta veal dish. And it was like this, what's the long flat pasta? Not linguine, but like a different, I don't know. But it was a long flat pasta. It had chunks of veal in it. And the chef is going, wait till you get this. Wait till Friday. Wait till you get this. So I go there and I'm like, I got to get this. I'm going to eat this meal. I'm going to eat this. And I did. And it was fucking delicious. Now, a lot of people would be like, that's fucked up. It's veal. I'm not thinking of, I lie to myself and I'm like, I can't let that baby fucking calf die for nothing. That thing is in the freezer. I'm going to eat it to make its life worth it. That's the way that I will rationalize it. But she was just, you little dick, makes you feel good. And it just got so intense and so crazy. And like, what if the guy's dick isn't little? What if the guy's not a pussy? What if he's a great guy that just likes meat? Can that be? I'm going to tell you something, dude. Like, you can't. I mean, he showed up to in front of protesters with a kebab and meat, and he was licking it. I wish I had the backstory. It just looked like this fucking awful political screaming match, and it was somebody that eats meat versus somebody that doesn't eat meat. And I got to be honest, man. I think some of these animal people are kind of fucking crazy. To get that upset. And to go up and to like show pictures of like, pigs screaming and squealing when they're about to get killed. It's like, yeah, of course, like they're kind of getting like it's like, it's a fucked up thing. It's horrible, but it's like, we're like, I grew up that way. I grew up with, hey, do you want eggs and bacon in the morning? Do you want a steak? Do you want, like, I grew up with that. Like, I don't eat it all the time. And I will tell you this, I don't eat red, not because of any kind of vegan or making people feel a certain way or animals, nothing like that. But I don't eat steak a lot. Eating steak a lot, eating red meat a lot, it's not good for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for your intestines. It's not good for your colon. It's just not good for you. Red meat, and especially after a certain age. That's why I enjoy a steak every once in a while. But this whole idea that like it's evil, and I see people posting shit on social media where they're like showing these horrible images of like animals like being taken out of a cage, and that they're going to be killed and cut up and shit for meat. And like these people are like acting like, like I'm watching a human being be dragged away from their family and killed. I love animals, dude. I have animals. I love animals. I love animals, cats, dogs, fucking whatever. You know what I mean? I feel I don't hunt. That's some shit that I can't do. I'll eat the fucking thing, but I'm not, I'm not pulling the trigger, watching something squeal, grabbing it. That I can't do. but I could fucking eat it. I can eat it. But watch the video of the woman like screaming all of these personal insults because the guy likes meat. That's the one thing that I don't understand. You know, that's, you know, something that I will never understand, how you can personally insult somebody and say something if somebody says something. I put something on my Instagram story. It was something that Joe Rogan said. And, you know, I've become cool with Joe Rogan because the dude put me on his show. We had a great talk. We're both comedians. And the talk we had on the Joe Rogan Experience, especially the mental health stuff, it really helped people. It was a nice thing. So Joe said something on his podcast, or he said something in an interview that I thought was perfect, and I thought it was great. It was nothing political. It was nothing about any even social issues. It was more of advice and wisdom and stuff like that. It was more of just like, oh shit, that makes a lot of sense, man. I love this. And anything I see on social media that I like, I put on my Instagram story. If you follow me on Instagram and you check out my Instagram story, you'll always see Jay-Z, that thing that Jay-Z says about everybody who's scared, they project their fears. I always post that when I see it. Israel Adesanya said you could talk things into existence. Everything comes from imagination. I post that on Instagram. If I see something from one of my friends or a comedian that I love, Joe Rogan said something, it was advice, it was funny, it was smart, whatever it was, I go, oh, this is perfect. I put it on there. And then I get from somebody, yeah, you fucking piece of shit, kissing fucking Joe Rogan's ass. That fucking guy supports DeSantis in Florida. Fuck you. You just lost a follow. And it's like, well, let me ask you a question. Okay. And think about this for a second. What if my fucking dog was drowning and dying in a thing and I couldn't, and all of a sudden fucking Joe Rogan pulls up with a boat and takes my dog out and saves my dog was going to die and drown because he fell into a fucking river off the boat while we were, or whatever, fell into water that was fucking rough while we're fishing, and I can't get the dog, and all of a sudden it comes up, that dude in the boat saved your thing. Oh, it's Joe Rogan. Or fucking, let's say, who else is hated? Fucking Andrew Tate or Donald Trump. Let's do Donald Trump. Donald Trump is out on his fucking boat. He's got the greatest boat. Nobody has a better nobody has a better boat, right? Donald Trump's on the boat. Nobody has a better boat. He's out there. He's doing his fucking thing. My dog, or God forbid, child, falls in. And the fucking USS fucking Trump pulls up. Don't worry, I got your kid. Takes the kid, takes the dog, and gets him there. And let's say I have nothing to do with social issues or politics. And I go, that dude saved my fucking dog. That dude saved my children. So, and there's a clip of him saying something great. Good for that guy. And I could care less about their politics. You want to know why? Because they saved my fucking dog. Okay? Now, I'm not saying Joe Rogan saved my dog or did anything, but Joe Rogan was a gentleman to me. He said something. I said, put it on there. And because of his political views or because of his shit, somebody said, fuck you. And that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly why you'll see things like, I love my mother so much. This was the saddest one I've ever seen. I love my mother so much, and I can't believe I lost a relationship with my mother. But the fact that she supports that politician, we cannot have a relationship anymore. I saw that during elections, during the fucking election year. I saw that. People losing relationships with the closest people to them. It's really fucking sick. It's really fucking sick and nuts, man. And in my opinion, it needs to stop. I don't give a fuck if my older brother, who's like my best friend in the world, he's been there for me forever. He's 5 years older. Shout out to Christian Virzi. He's the fucking best. He's the best older brother you could ask for. He supported me. He's driven to comedy shows with me. He's always fucking had my back. When my parents went through a brutal brutal fucking divorce when I was 5 and he was 10 and all kinds of shit. My brother took bullets from me. My brother made sure that if anybody said anything, I remember I was acting out, man. I was acting out. I was 13. I was drinking at my friends' houses. I was doing things and parents would talk shit. I remember one time my brother got on the phone with a woman. This is how fucking dope my brother is. This woman was like, Paul's doing this and he's a bad influence and he's this and that. My older brother heard about it and fucking called her up, called up my friend's mother. Okay. When he was in high school and I was in middle school or whatever. And he's like, don't fucking talk. How dare you talk about my fucking brother? Keep your fucking mouth shut. Mind your fucking business. Okay. And it's just the best, I could get emotional talking about my older brother or any of my siblings, anybody that I love. You talk about the relationship, you could get emotional if you have that good relationship. Now, if any of my siblings, but I'll use my older brother because this is who I'm talking about right now. If my older brother said to me, I like this politician and I'm voting for this politician. I don't give a fuck who it is. It's just Trump. It's Biden. It's fucking whoever it is. Whoever, the fucking Rock, Elon Musk, somebody, DeSantis, whoever. And I wholeheartedly disagree with his choice. I wholeheartedly disagree with the policies of this person, the legislation that this person wants to do, all the things. Even if what the fucking politician can do would hurt me and my family. Even if my brother said to me, I'm voting for this guy, and I'm like, yeah, but dude, that dude does that, then me and your niece and nephew are going to lose a lot. He's like, yeah, but I believe in this guy like that. You know what I would do? I would go vote. I'm not voting for him, so maybe our votes will offset. I love you. I'll see you at dinner on Friday or Saturday or whenever I'm going to see you again. That's what fucking normal human beings do. Normal human beings don't say, how the fuck can you agree with that? I can't believe it. You know who does that? Weak-minded fucking dummies. And if you're disagreeing with this, or if you're listening to this and you lost a family member, then you're a fucking idiot. And I hate to say it. And you don't have to listen to my podcast. If you don't talk to a family member because of your doing, not them. If your family member doesn't want to talk to you because of your shit, then that's on them. I'm talking about if you listening to this right now, anybody in the world listening to this right now, and you decided that you can't love somebody you used to love because of somebody that they fucking like in the world, you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. And you're going to look back on your fucking deathbed, man. You know that's what these nurses say when you're on the deathbed. You know what people are saying? All over the world, nurses are saying this when they're seeing people taking their last breaths. They wish they didn't work enough. I mean, they wish they didn't work as too much. Okay? They wish that they were with their family more. The people that they love, they made that time more important. All that shit. When you're fucking dying, when you're on your way out, those are all the things you think about. And you're going to be like, yeah, I don't talk to the person I love because of the election of 2024 or 20 whatever it is. I mean, that's the craziest fucking shit to me. So, if I was a fucking animal lover and I worked for fucking what is that, PETA or whatever it is, and my brother was eating a fucking steak in front of me, I'd be like, all right, like, I'm not going to judge. I don't do that, but I mean, that would never be the case because I love a bloody steak. As a matter of fact, I go medium rare. But I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, I would be completely fine with that. And I think that that's the problem. I think that that's the problem right now, is that the media and social media goes so hard on somebody that it makes you pick a side. Like, I've said this forever. You pick a side, and then whoever's not on that side, it becomes like this big fucking thing. Whatever happened to the days of, yeah, my fucking aunt, she's a fucking liberal wacko, or my uncle, he's a far right fucking loony. Whatever happened to that? But I love them. They're coming over. It's like, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. And it's not like that. It's just like it turned into this whole fucking thing. So, and I'll be honest, I like having family members that are on both sides. I like having a fucking nutty uncle who thinks that fucking, who who thinks whatever. The conspiracy family member, the conspiracy theory family member. I like having that. Every family needs that guy who's just like, I'll tell you what it is. Aliens are here. They're fucking here. Okay, and what they're doing is they're waiting for the time to attack, and then all of a sudden we're going to be in fucking prisons. That's what's going to happen. We're going to be in prisons and concentration camps, and the aliens are going to be running shit. That's why they've been visiting. It's funny having that guy, and then it's funny having the other people fight with that person. It's just funny. I don't understand why you can't still love each other. You crazy asshole. Give me a fucking beer, you lunatic. But hopefully for the most part, I think I think the people that are crazy, for the most part, people who get it, I hope. But there are those people that are just like, how could you like that person's racist piece of shit? Well, I don't really think they're racist for this reason. What are you, racist? Fuck you. Christmas is off. Thanksgiving is off. I don't know how we got here from fantasy. Oh, we got here. I was going to say, I don't know how we got there from fantasy football. No, what happened was I was talking about the vegan lady. But I will say this. And I never thought that it would come to this. And I would say this about the United States of America. But I really feel sitting here right now in 2022, freedom of speech is kind of being attacked in this country. You don't have freedom of speech if you're going to take the punishments that some people are taking. I don't know all of these people on social media. I don't know too much about Andrew Tate. I've seen him say some fucking, some arrogant shit. I've seen him talking some shit. I've seen him say some things that do make sense. I've seen him say some things that could definitely get people, angry and riled up. But like, I just don't understand how a social media platform can ban you or cancel you, other than if you're saying shit like, hey, I'm going to go around and smack people in the head with a baseball bat and then actually go and do it. Like, that's a different thing. Or like truly spewing like violence and things that are truly dangerous. But somebody talking shit, it's like, you shouldn't be, freedom of speech should not be attacked. I don't care what politician it is, whether it's Joe Biden or Donald Trump or fucking whoever it is. They should be able to say whatever the fuck they want to say and whatever they feel. And without anybody going, well, we really worry about that. I don't understand. I really don't understand. And you should be able to say anything you want to say. And if it's looked at as hate and violence, then fucking talk to the person and be like, hey man, like these are the guidelines. But you can't have a fucking strong personality and get the masses thinking a certain way or different and then ban them. And it just seems like it's always somebody that makes people think outside the box that gets in trouble. That dude was saying something, that Andrew Tate dude was saying something. He was like, if when you don't fit into if you look on my Instagram story, but he's saying like, if I pull into a gas station in a Bugatti or a Lamborghini, you're not thinking, oh, this guy went through the system and went to school. You're thinking scam artist, drug dealer, this and that, because they didn't do this. He didn't do the systematic thing. Like, you basically talking about breaking the matrix of what people think you're supposed to do, and it just feels like a lot of people like that. And maybe I'm fucking wrong. I'm just talking shit too. Okay. You guys listen to episode 549, but it feels like those people, doesn't it feel like those people are the ones that get silenced? It feels like those people are the ones, people that actually go against the grain of what society tells you. They kind of look at somebody, they kind of tell you what they really think. They kind of, do that. And sometimes they are over the top and assholes and say fucking stupid things. But it just seems like those are the people that really fucking get punished for what they say. But people that are just saying what the fuck should be and do this and do that, and oh, there's nothing wrong with that, or oh, this is fine, everything, those people are fucking fine. But the people that actually say something, are getting punished for it. it's weird. And speaking of school, and I'm never going to shit on school. You can't knock somebody getting educated and learning and all that stuff. I'm not going to do that. But college students, and I said it, they're the worst people in the fucking world. Most college students, if they're fucking being, if they, these college students that I've seen in clubs and stuff, at comedy shows, and that's why I don't do them, and that's why no comedians do them. They're just fucking like, they're just fucking brainwashed, man. They just let the media, you don't like, I just don't see a lot of free thinkers in that realm anymore. I did do one, I did almost at a podcast. I did do one comedy show with Sal Vulcano, Mercy College. We did a while back, and they fucking they went with the crazy shit you said. And I said to him, I go, you guys are awesome, man. I said, you guys are awesome. And please continue to be open-minded and laugh at all these things. And even if they're, making people uncomfortable or certain things like that, I said, because a lot of comedians don't want to come and entertain you guys because they're not like you. And because a lot of times you guys suck, but it's just a brainwashed fucking thing that you hear because the professors are telling you certain things. And one thing that I've learned is that even smart people can be brainwashed by the media and let the media kind of tell them this and tell them that. It takes a different type of fucking person to watch the news and go, yeah, but what about a lot of times you're just listening and you let it fuel you, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden you go and you fucking get mad at that. And then when somebody speaks against that, you're like, well, no, because you're not listening. That's wrong. And I think college is just all that shit. I mean, listen, there are some college students. I don't want to shit on all college. There's some college students that fucking were raised right and are able to ask questions and understand. But for the most part, when you go to some of these things, and you can't blame them because they have fucking professors who were fucking dumb and weak, and think a certain way. If your professor thinks a certain way, my kids got off the bus one time when they were in elementary school and they were like, yeah, everybody was saying that politician was no good. I'm not going to mention names on this because I don't, this is not about that. It's more about the principle of it, and I'm generalizing it, but and I would go, well, why did they say that person was bad? They just said that, this and that. And we tell our kids, you fucking make your decision up. You listen to what they're saying and make your decision up. So, anyway, back to the vegan thing. I'm going to have a steak tonight, and I'm going to have a steak and a burger tonight. No. Yeah, I just, the personal insults on stuff like that is just, we're crying and be, how could you do that? That pig had a mother. Yeah. I mean, I'm fucking hungry. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I like eggs and bacon. I grew up with it. What do you want me to, I will tell you this, though. I will tell you this. I got a substitute the other day. I went and I got eggs, and they said, Paul, there's a really good vegan sausage. I think you're going to like it. And it was weird at first, and now I crave it, and I love it. And when I go to this particular place, I get that. So come up with bacon that tastes like fucking bacon. All right, don't tell me it's vegan and it's the same. It might be better, and then it tastes like fucking chalk in the middle of it. I don't care, okay? If it doesn't taste like bacon, guess what? I'm getting real fucking bacon. If it tastes like bacon and it's delicious, fine. I'll give it a whirl. I'm easygoing. I'm reasonable. But don't tell me it's just as good, and it's not as good, okay? An Impossible Burger is not a fucking burger. It's not. It's good. It's okay. But when you bite into fucking beef and that juice comes out and you get that red inside along with some fucking onions and cheese and bread and that combo hits you, don't tell me that this plant-based thing is better. It's not better. It's not better. So until it really tastes better, I'm going the other way. And like I said, I don't eat it as much as most people. Vegans don't eat fish either, right? I think that's how much I don't know. I think vegetarians, I don't know, but Fish is something. Fish and chicken, man. It's just going to be tough to ever get me off of either of those. Because I don't eat red meat as much anyway. So, like, occasionally it's delicious. But fish and chicken is just, you know, you give me a fucking bucket of chicken wings and shit. It's a wrap. It's, you know, chicken with hot sauce and blue cheese. Fuck you. Yeah, so I gotta do better than I did last night, guys. It was really fucked up. All right, I gotta tell you guys something really, really amazing. Okay. I know this is a little more serious podcast. I just like when I hear things and I see things that get people riled up and I really try to find out the motivation and truth about it. I get confused, get a little confused, and I wanted to talk about that. But I have to thank everybody in the UK who bought tickets, because guess what, guys? My show, October 7th at 21 Soho, which is a couple hundred seats or whatever. I think it was 300 tickets, but then I think after COVID, the venue went to 200 tickets. But either way, that is selling out in the next couple hours. So we are adding a show. That's right. I don't know when the link will be available, but it will be available soon. We're adding a show to the 21 Soho date, but not the same night. The show I'm doing is Friday the 7th. We are adding a 10 p.m. show Saturday the 8th. So Saturday the 8th, 21 Soho, I'm doing my second show there because the first one sells out. So thank you for that. The fact that I'm going to perform in Europe for the headline in Europe, in London for the first time ever, me being in London. I've never opened for anybody in London. I've never done a spot in London, and I definitely haven't a headline. So the fact that I'm going to the UK and I am selling it out and we're adding a show, I cannot thank you people enough. You guys are the shit. I cannot wait to get there. So get those tickets. Like I said, the 8th is coming. We're going to sell that one out too, because it's not even September yet. And we sold out the first one. September 17th, I'm coming to the Comedy Dome at Soul Joel's Comedy Dome, outside venue. I had such a great time. I was there last time. I think it could fit like 400 people. I don't know. All I know is there's a train behind the venue and the train passes during it. You basically get heckled by a freight train. It's a lot of fun. I loved being there. That is September 17th, one show only. Get your tickets. It's in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Pottstown, PA, Soul Joel's Comedy Dome, September 17th. Like I said, October 7th in London, and now October 8th in London. And October 19th, I will be at the Washington, D.C. Improv, guys. That's one show only, Wednesday night, one of my favorite clubs in the world. Get your tickets to the Washington, D.C. Improv. I'm bringing a new hour. And then the next night, October 20th, I'm at the Philadelphia Punchline, another amazing room and one of my favorite places to be. So the fact I get to do those back to back, more dates are coming, guys. I'm going to be going out west. We're looking at a bunch of other dates coming, and I cannot wait to bring the new hour and get this thing going all over the country. So get those tickets at paulvirzi.com. Or you can go to the DC Improv, the Philly Punchline, 21 Soho, and Soul Joel's, all their websites. Soul Joel's on the 17th of September, and yeah, man, you could see me, and people are like, "What are you going to do in London?" Do I get drunk and go in front of one of those guards that can't smile and make them smirk and make them laugh? Listen. There's going to be a night where I have a bottle of wine to the head in London, and I'm going to tell my wife, I'm going to try. It depends. I got kids with me there. It's going to be tough. By the way, going to see my G-Men at London, Tottenham. I'm going to be there. But there will be a night where I'm hammered and I say, Stace, just bring the fucking camera. Let's go look at this dude. Let me try to make this guy smile. I think I know what I can say to him, too. You know what I think I'm going to say to him? I'm going to start talking about the royal family. And I'll be like, really, dude? Come on, man. When you take that fucking silly hat off and you take this red fucking when you take this nutcracker outfit off, okay? when you take this nutcracker outfit off and you go and you sit in your apartment and you start playing fucking Xbox or PlayStation and you start thinking about, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Come on, dude. You part of you's got to be like, what the fuck am I doing? I want to go at him that way where I'm not making faces because he probably has all these people doing this. I just want him to like think. All I want is a little, like a mouth movement, some sort of like crease. I just want some sort of emotion and I'll feel like it's a win. Will my wife leave the hotel while I'm drunk for me to do that? Probably not. I would say a good chance that that's not going to happen. But will your boy try to make that happen? Yes. Yes. I'm going to be a bottle of red to the head, and I'm just going to say, kids, wait here in the hotel. Mommy and daddy are going for a walk. We'll try to put it on YouTube if she allows me to do it. If you don't see an attempt, it means we didn't do it. But if I do it, then I'll put it up on this. I'll put it up on the YouTube channel. And thank you guys for subscribing to the YouTube channel. And thank you guys for subscribing to my other podcast that I co-host with Bill Burr called Anything Better. Our BetMGM football picks are coming up. We're going to Arizona Cardinals and doing a live podcast there. I believe September 24th, because they're opening their sports book there. It's going to be amazing. So you're going to get tickets for that. We're going to do a live podcast at night at the Arizona Cardinals. But I'll talk about that we'll talk about that on the Anything Better podcast. But get the tickets to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. Nocturnal Admissions on Netflix is crushing right now. We just had a big boost. More people watching it. The numbers are amazing, and I'm really, really happy and thrilled. So anybody listening to this and that's a fan of this, obviously took part in that. And I can't thank you guys enough, man. You guys have rode with me and believed in me and watched me grow. And there's no show here without you guys. So that's why I do it. People are like, why did you do 2 podcasts? And why don't you do this? It's like, man, I've been doing this. I'm talking to my people, and you guys are the shit, and you guys are the best. So thank you guys. I'm going to have some guests on in the New York studio in the coming weeks. And there you have it. This has been episode 449. I repeat, if one person, this is what I want from this podcast. If one person listening to this, and please write me. And here's the thing. If you do this, and I won't say your name or your full name, maybe I'll say your first name. I would like you to write me if you do this. And wow, man, this just hit me. I could get like emotional even thinking of this. Because if I can do this for somebody, but if there's somebody that you love that you're fighting with over something like the politics, over something like that dumb shit we were talking about, them liking something, them watching Fox and you watch CNN, or vice versa. You watch CNN, they watch Fox, and you said, fuck you, and fuck you. You like Biden, well, fuck you. You like Trump, well, fuck you. I'm not coming over for dinner. If one person listening to this can understand that the love that they have for that person is so far beyond the shit that the media is allowing and politics to happen. If one person listening to this, I mean, I'd love multiple people too, but if one person listening to this can reach out to that person this week and go, hey man, I thought about how silly this is. I love you. We're all going to fucking die. And I'm not going to have it be where that happens to one of us and we're thinking that we fought because of fucking some stupid fucking election that we're going to go through every 4 years. Let's have a drink. I love you. I don't care about your politics or your social issues. Let's fucking put this behind us and be a family again or whatever. If one person does that from this podcast, that would be the greatest thing ever. And if you do that, write me, and I'd love to read that letter to the rest of the people, and I'd love to say your name, because I think that, you know what, and it's corny and cliche, and you guys could give me shit and go, what is this? This will definitely happen. This will definitely happen. There'll be somebody who writes on YouTube or something, and my producer will tell me, that's going to be, what is the Virzi effect? Turning into Dr. fucking Phil? Really, Paul? How about you just fucking be funny on a podcast so you're a comedian? There's going to be that. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. Okay? I'm talking a little shit because this shit's got to stop. So, That's what I would say. That would be an amazing thing to do, to see that happen, and people come together like that. That's, would be a really dope thing. So there you go. That's episode 24 of, I'm sorry, 5. I keep saying 2. 549. 550 is next week. Go Giants. It starts next Thursday. I'll probably do a podcast before then. Oh no, I'll definitely do a podcast because the Giants aren't playing until that Sunday. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Take care.